invest more in Pretax or Roth? That's the question. I'm a single mom with over $300,000 in a rollover IRA and $120,000 in a 401k, with most of it in Roth. Maxing out Roth IRA and 401k, what would you advise? Thanks for the question, Kiara. We love the Roth. If you've listened to this program very much at all, you know that. It has great flexibility, but most of all, it has the tax features we like, which is none, tax-free income in retirement.
What's not to like about tax-free
Exactly.
income at retirement? It's a huge deal, Scott. And you pay taxes on what you contribute, but you don't pay taxes on what it grows to, and you don't pay taxes when you begin to take income. It is a great deal. As long as the government doesn't change the rules, Roth accounts provide for the benefit of tax-free income at retirement and for the cost of foregoing that pre-tax deduction that you get from your traditional IRA or 401k plan. So, Scott, the analogy is, am I going to pay tax on the apple seeds that I buy from the farm store to plant an apple orchard and forego the paying tax on the apples that I get? How's that all going to work? Because it's just the reverse in a traditional IRA. You don't pay tax on the seed, but you pay tax on all the apples. And I think that's a real easy way to understand the benefit of either a Roth IRA or a Roth 401k.
So what you need in that case is the time to grow, right?
Yes.
That's the value. So Kiara, I don't think, tells us how old she is. So
she does not.
Certainly it works better for younger investors to do this, because over a long period of time, there's the tax-free growth that you get out of the Roth. I think it's a little more challenging if Kiara is very close to retirement and is a higher income earner. We certainly don't know what the tax brackets are going to look like in her retirement or in anyone's retirement in the future. They are likely to be higher than they are now because we are in historically low tax brackets. But if you're earning a high enough income that's placing you into the 24%, the 30+% income, then you may want that tax savings now as opposed to when you're living on less in retirement and potentially in a lower tax bracket.
Yeah, you just don't know what the tax bracket is going to be. But there's also this factor that a lot of people are not really aware of, and that is provisional income. Provisional income is a calculation that the IRS does to determine how much of your Social Security is taxable. It could be none, 50% of your Social Security, or 85% of your Social Security could be subject to tax depending on what your provisional income is. And virtually any kind of income that you might have in retirement, even tax-free municipal bonds, are considered to be included in that provisional income. The one instrument that is not included in provisional income is income from a Roth IRA. So for me, I want a big fat Roth IRA because I can enjoy tax-free income, but it can also help me to keep my taxes lower on my Social Security payments. So that's something to think about as well, Scott. Can I nerd out on this for just a second? Because I love the Roth IRA. It is almost this Swiss Army knife of retirement products. And what I want to share with you is a couple of things that are nuanced about the Roth IRA that can help you to understand the real value here. First of all, if you put money into a Roth IRA, you can take that principal out at any time and you're not taxed and you're not penalized on it. It was your money. It was after-tax money that went in. So if you put, let's say you contribute $5,000 a year for 5 years. Now you've got $25,000 in principal in that Roth IRA. Maybe it's grown to $30,000 or $35,000. You can still go get that $25,000 if you have a major need, and you're not going to be subject to tax or penalty if you do that. So that's a real positive for the Roth IRA. The other thing, Scott, is that there is a $10,000 exemption for taking money out for the purchase of a home one time. And that actually is tax-free, but it is, it's not penalty, it's not penalized, but you pay taxes on any of the gain that you have there. So you could put money into that Roth IRA, you could take out $10,000 worth of gain, pay the tax on that gain, but not pay penalties on it. Also, that applies for education expenses, expenses related to a birth or adoption, disability, unreimbursed medical expenses, Now, again, you owe taxes on the gain, but no penalty in any of those examples.
A couple other things that we like the Roth for is lump sum purchases in retirement, because you don't have to worry about how much you're taking out, because it's not going to add to your taxable income. So trips or replacing a vehicle is a great place to tap into. And then the inherited part of this as well too, because a lot of times if someone wants to leave a legacy, the Roth IRA is a great place to do that, because we know about the way the rules have changed on the inherited IRAs. They have to be withdrawn by the next generation heirs over a 10-year time period. So that's a big tax bomb potentially if you're inheriting a traditional IRA, because all of those withdrawals are going to be taxable. But if you inherit a Roth IRA, while you still have to withdraw it all over a 10-year time period, every withdrawal you make is tax-free. So it's a great way to pass money on to the next generation.
Yeah, and you could literally just take that out of the Roth IRA and drop it into an after-tax investment, and you're just fine. Nothing has to change there.